Hello, Ward candidates, Ward 20. Hey, less than a week and a 1 day before the election. Anyways, I know you're all busy. I know you can't do interviews. I understand. I appreciate the ones I had. I get a lot of emails. I'm making this video for a reason. I get a whole bunch of emails in the last 3 hours of one of my actions I did. I removed a certain candidate off the website permanently and removed all copies of the interviews I have with this fellow. I'm talking about your fellow candidate, Alamgir Hussain. The reason why is this. A couple weeks back when I did my interview, started doing my rounds, I went to his office. He saw the interview at his office, campaigned, and I told him my situation about the LTB. I'm getting eviction notices, a whole bunch of us, because they want us to pay extra for parking, which is included in our rent, 18 years back, 20 years back. Anyways, so I told him my story. He took my paper, he said he'll represent you pro bono for free. And I'm helping out with the election, promoting it. So anyways, that happened, and then I had my LTB meeting today. And last Wednesday, I put in a notice to delay the hearing till later after the election, because he said he'd represent me after the election because he's too busy. So I put that on a notice written to Landlord Tenancy Board, and email the last Wednesday. So today's hearing, the lawyer for our landlord, little piece of work she is, didn't want to budge about negotiating. So the educator asked me if I retained him, so they need to talk to him. So I phoned Mr. Alamgir Hussain on the cell phone. He called back after a couple minutes. I told him what they need to hear your voice that you can represent me. So he went on speakerphone. It's freaking my throat. I'm getting over a cough and cold here. I sound hoarse. So the educator asked him point blank, are you being retained by Phil DeCruz? This is what he said. I'm in the process of being retained, but haven't made a decision yet. After the election, after the 30th, I'll know for sure. And the next question the educator asked, is, will you represent him at the next hearing? He said, I cannot guarantee it, but I look forward to reading his materials. That's his words. So because of that, and after he said that, he hung up and gone. He hung me out to dry, just like that. So anyways, now I face the decision of the educator. Going to decide. Took our stories back and forth. The landlady, we've been here 20 years, always paid our rent like everybody else. Never had any problems. Never late with payments. Put up with all the cockroaches and the things not fixed in the building and all that, and bad tenants. So I was going to find out in a couple weeks whether we get a fixture or just leave us here, right? Because rent's out there expensive. So anyways, after I got off the LTB, a friend of mine, good friend, let's talk about small world. She told me that one of her friends had gone to the LTB this past Monday, and she retained a lawyer running for candidacy. Who do you think that is? Anyways, during the hearing, when she called upon him, he dumped her, left her hanging dry. I don't know the whole details of that. Anyways, that's why I took his name, my pictures off the website. This is not a candidate to represent the Ward 20. And if you recall, some of you are at the debate there at Acorn. It's on video because I made a copy of it. He said point blank that if he gets elected, he'll represent all low-income people, whatever, for free. Unbelievable, right? Not believable. Anyways, so small world again. I got another call this afternoon when the story went around of what happened with the guy, the lawyer. Another friend of mine, won't say who, but his friend works for the city. And during the COVID, she handled legal matters, and he came across a file, a woman that knew Alamgir Hussain. And it's not made up, it's on file, it's recorded, that she put in a harassment for sexual harassment assault against this guy. He went to court apparently. I don't know the old details, but she lost the case. So that's another scenario. So when you're running for election, you're out to the public eye, but you're acting like this, the way you are, and what can see, seriously, a guy like this representing a Ward 20 is not an ideal candidate. I've already contacted Acorn with the video. I told him what's going on. This guy's not recommended, knowing his past and all. I got nothing against it personally, but when you treat people like that, you're not even elected as a council. Can you imagine how you treat people if he's a councilor? So my recommendation to you is just keep your eyes open. All good candidates, and just want to share that with you. Disappointed, but life surprises you whatever happens. Anyways, best of success for the last week of all you candidates. You're all good candidates. I really enjoyed talking with you and interviewing some of you, and hope you hear from me again. Okay.